What's up, Renegades? Welcome to Renegade Con. Thanks for tuning in to the Renegade reveal stream. My name's Anais. I'm the community coordinator here at Renegade, and this is Rena, our community specialist. We have a ton of really fun stuff to tell you about today. We got some new games coming, some previews, and some more.
First, though, we want to remind everybody about all of the cool and special things that we're doing for Renegade's 10th anniversary. One, we are giving away Renegade 10th anniversary pins in web store orders. So any order over $100 from now through the end of the year will get a free pin while supplies last. You guys buy a lot of stuff, so
Yeah.
uh, we've also had these really cool blogs going up talking about the history of Renegade. So keep an eye out because we've got a couple more coming up and they're really fun. It's
They
really
are
cute to see.
super fun.
I love the pictures, like the super like low quality ones from like before we
Yeah,
had official cameras and it was just like everybody's
absolutely.
phones.
Yeah, it's
So
very
cute.
cool. It's really cute, and fun to learn about. And yeah, the pins again are awesome as well. If any of you were at Gen Con, you know how hard we go with our enamel pins. So make sure to pick up that as a cute little collector's item. Also, before we totally get into reveals, I want to remind everybody that we have the Welcome to Night Vale role-playing game backer kit campaign happening right now. It's been doing super well. This is like me and Rena's baby. We've been working super hard on it. And Rena's the mastermind behind it all. So yeah, make sure to go check that out. It's a new addition to our Essence 20 role-playing game line where you can enter the strange and wonderful world of Night Vale. So thank you to everybody who's already supported the project. If you haven't checked it out, I suggest taking a look and seeing if it's your thing. And we have a new puzzle up again this
We
morning,
do.
and another special audio message. So if you're following the campaign, you can go see some cute little bonus content. So yeah, the mods are dropping the links in the chat right now. So go check it out. And without further ado, it is time to get into some reveals. First, let's take a look at what we have coming for our G.I. Joe fans.
That's me. I
Rena,
get to talk about it.
yeah, talk about
I'm
G.I.
so excited.
Joe.
I love GI Joe. Like Yo Joe. My
Yo
brother used to be
Joe's.
obsessed when we were kids. So this holds a special place to me. We've got the GI Joe deck building game, the Crimson Veil expansion. It's going to be an expansion for the DBG, introduces new player cards and two new missions to face. An Intel mission, which uses the new Intel dice, is one of them. I don't know the other one. I was gonna the expansion also includes a giant card for the general, which contains 5 sections, each with different abilities, including a vehicle bay and cannons. And then the pre-order bonus is you get the Crimson Veil bonus box for free. It contains 3 promo leader cards, Mutt and Junkyard, and it also contains the dual-layered general tile, the general, caps, which upgrades the one contained in the expansion.
Yeah, good stuff. And that's going to be releasing in February of 2025.
Yes. And we've also got our G.I. Joe intro bundles. So if you are trying to get somebody at your table before February 2025, I would definitely scoop up one of those. We've got one for the role playing game, we've got one for the deck building game,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a mission critical intro bundle. And those links are also going to be in the chat.
Yeah, those are great. And all of that is they make great gifts. Also, that Christmas
Super
creep,
great
the holiday
gifts.
season is coming sooner than
Ooh,
you would
you can feel
imagine.
it.
I can feel it. So make sure to check that out. That's an awesome way to get all of our classics at a good rate.
Speaking of classics.
Speaking of classics, come on, segue. Let's go.
They are a classic.
A classic is Power Rangers. So I'll talk
Yes.
about some of the Power Rangers stuff for our Ranger fans out there. So we have the Power Rangers role-playing game Through the Shattered Grid sourcebook. This introduces the first 2 non-Ranger roles, the Magna Defender and the Guardian of Eltar. This collects aspects of the most exciting stories from across the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Go-Go Power Rangers, and Power Rangers Unlimited, and other comics in the Boom series. In Boom.
I just like the boom, all
In the
caps.
Boom.
Yes.
There's 42 threats from Eltarian Super Team Sentry Force 4 to Spark, the Death Ranger. There's 15 new contacts for aid, like Grace Sterling and the IG. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Feel free to correct me in the chat. Along with some shadier figures like Drakon, Lord in Exile. There are also 3 new influences and 7 new origins. You can pre-order. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. There's a lot in this book.
That's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on here, so make sure to check it out. You can pre-order your copy now using the link in the chat. Thank you, mods. And this will be releasing in March of 2025.
Excellent. And again, if you want somebody at your table, the Power Rangers intro bundles are right there. You can get one for the role-playing game, you can get one for the deck building game, you can get one for Heroes of the Grid.
Yes, absolutely. These are great. Again, great gifts. These are great if you just, maybe you only play the deck building game, but you want to try out one of the other games. Intro bundles are great for that as well. And yeah, we have that for role-playing game, deck building game, and Heroes of the Grid. And you can visit the links in the chat to check out some bundles. For more Power Rangers, stay tuned. Tune in at 1 p.m. Pacific time to learn about our upcoming Kickstarter, the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid Eternal Rangers. We've been very secretive about all of that. So the waiting will be over. So make sure to tune in at 1 for more info about this awesome crowdfunding campaign that we have planned.
It's going to be so fun.
That's all for Rangers. Switching gears.
I would love to switch gears. Oh no, I tried to make that work and that didn't. Transformers 1. My brother saw it last night and today is his birthday. So I told him I would shout him out.
Oh, okay. Shout out Rena's brother.
Shout out to my brother Steele, who loved the Transformers 1 movie so much that he is going to go see it again.
And you should probably pick up some of the new stuff that we have coming out, such as the Transformers role-playing game, Techno Organic Secret Source book. Can you tell us about that?
Definitely one of the things that we're going to be picking up for him. It's got new origins and influences for Cybertronians who take the forms of beasts, including Fusor combinations and how to unlock the power of transmetal forms. It also has threat stats and contacts for key characters who call the Maximals, Dinobots, Predacons, Viacons, and other teams home. 13 new general perks, 5 new weapons, new shields, and animal companion rules. It also has guidance for creating Beast War style campaigns with a limited recurring cast of characters. And it's got signature characters like Optimus Primal, Black Arachnia, Grimlock, Tankor, and Megatron. And you can pre-order your copy using the link in the chat for March 2025.
Yeah, tell your brother to pre-order now.
I'm telling my brother to pre-order now.
Yeah, and again, like we've mentioned before, if you are maybe new to maybe you're a Transformers fan, maybe you saw Transformers 1, you really liked it, you want to play some Transformers themed games, you could check out our Transformers intro bundles, which we have for the role-playing game, the deck building game, and yeah, so you can visit the links in the chat to snag some of these bundles. They make awesome gifts, and it's a great bang for your buck. So go check that out.
Before Christmas gets too close.
Before it gets too close.
Oh my gosh.
And also, speaking of intro bundles, tell us about the other intro bundle.
Yes, the last intro bundle that we wanted to talk about are the My Little Pony intro bundles. Everybody who hangs around in the Discord knows that I love My Little Pony so much. So I'm really excited to remind you guys that we have the intro bundles for the deck building game and the role playing game. They're super fun, easy to pick up, great gifts. I handed one to a 6-year-old and she screamed.
Yeah, these are great, really, really approachable games for kids. And also, it's also Essence 20, like the Transformers and the Power Rangers, and now the Welcome to Night Vale role-playing game. So, there's some crossover potential there. So
I want to see the robot ponies.
If you want to run a game, Rena, we can make it happen. But yeah, and you know what? Speaking of Essence 20.
Speaking of Essence 20.
If we wanted to run an Essence 20 game, a good option would be the signing up for the Play Renegade program.
Yes.
So, if you don't know, Play Renegade is now in season 4. Play Renegade is a program for people who run games for the public. So, game masters who maybe run at your local shop, who maybe run at libraries, schools, any kind of volunteer events, you'd be able to sign up for the Play Renegade program and get some free adventures. Um, yeah, oop, I lost my place. Yes, season 4 dropped in August, and it provides new adventures for all 4 Essence 20 role-playing games. And we recently, very recently, just released Play Renegade scenarios for all of our World of Darkness games as well. So maybe Essence 20 isn't your thing, but you love World of Darkness. We've got a ton of stuff there as well. You can apply to the program using the link in the chat. It's completely free to apply. So, go check it out. And if maybe running public events isn't your thing, but you still want access to some of these adventures and stories, you can pick up the resources on the web store now for seasons 1 through 3 for purchase.
That's
But
so much
yeah,
fun.
it
I
is really
love Play
fun.
Renegade.
I love the Play Renegade program. I think it's an awesome way to get people out there into their communities and, meeting new people and, going to stores and stuff like that. So
Yeah. It's a great way to like make friends, which is good because I don't have enough friends to rope into the games that I already own. So I need
amazing.
to make more friends and buy more games.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So,
100%. But if you're not into role playing, but what if I'm not a role player?
well,
What about that, Rena? Is there anything if maybe I'm a board and card game player? Is there anything for me?
for you specifically, board and card game player Anais, and all our other board and card game players in the chat, we have several new things to talk about. First is Wraith and the Giants, which is a new game in the Renegade Solo Hero series. So we hear you, solo players. It's coming.
It's for you.
It's
It's
for
for you,
you.
all of you solo players.
Designed by award-winning Scott Ames, battle epic elemental giants and protect the village. There are 4 unique boss fights at 3 different Wraith ages, so there's a ton of replayability. There are card combos and chaining to make for strategic and interesting gameplay. And it's got a really great narrative written by none other than Brian C.P. Stell. You can pre-order it now to get the new Dawn expansion for free. And the expansion includes 2 new elements, 1 new young Wraith called the Twins, and an additional giant. So click that link in the chat to get yours for March of 2025. Have it just show up, you pay the money, have it just show up in your inbox.
Yeah.
That's a
That's my
present.
favorite thing is pre-ordering stuff early and then forgetting I pre-ordered it and then suddenly it's at my door and I have a new game. It's like a gift
Yeah.
to myself.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. Pre-order now.
You deserve a present.
Yeah, treat yourself with a cool solo game.
Yeah.
Um Yeah, we also have I'd love to talk about another game that I'm very excited about that is this is the crossover you never knew you needed, but get ready for My Little Pony Festival of Lanterns.
Yes.
Yes, so you'll be able to join Twilight Sparkle and her friends in releasing Cutie Mark lanterns. This is the same Great Lanterns gameplay, but with a little My Little Pony theme to it. There are new modules not seen in the original, so it's super fresh gameplay experiences, lots of replayability, and there's also a solo play option, which is great. This game is designed by Christopher Chung, the who is like the amazing mind behind Lanterns, the Harvest Festival, and also many expansions for the My Little Pony deck building game. And if you watching this are active in our Discord, Chris is always in our Discord hanging out. So
And
you
always
can,
willing to talk about ponies.
yeah, you can always just like talk to him directly about it. So that's pretty cool. The art is by Mary Bellamy, known for her magical artwork in the My Little Pony deck building games and role playing games. So yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. The gameplay, it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was so funny when I found out about this because I was like, really? And then I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, like this is going to rock.
It was like you said, it was the crossover I didn't know that I needed, but now I have to have it.
Now I have to. Yeah, absolutely. And if you, like us, have to have it, you can pre-order it now using the link in the chat. And this will be releasing in April of 2025.
Ooh, Very
So
fun.
yeah, it'll be here before you know it.
But let's get a little more serious now. I love a good My Little Pony game. I love something light and fun and airy. But what about something a little more serious?
Yeah, something a little more hardcore.
Yeah, a little maybe
A little
risk,
risky,
a little
perhaps?
risky. Risk 2210 AD Frontline expansion.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about that. Tell us.
Yeah. So the battle is moving from Earth to a newly terraformed Mars. The future is now. We're on Mars. It's got 4 modules, which each add a unique gameplay element that explore the new developments. And this is the first time this expansion is going to be available in retail. It combines 4 expansions into one. So really, you're getting 4 for 1. New Tech Commander minis, along with 20 card Tech Commander deck. I can say words. Explore 6 factions for an asymmetric game start. And the pre-orders are open now for March of 2025. And like I said, this is the first time it's coming to retail. So like if you order it now, you get to say that you bought it essentially before retail because it's a
Yeah.
pre-order
Yeah, you were there first. You were on the ground floor, the gaming
of Mars.
hipsters on the ground floor of Mars. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And there's another strategy game that I'm also incredibly excited about, which is Battle for the Deep, powered by Axis and Allies.
Yes.
So I had the pleasure of talking with Matt Hyra. So if stay tuned for Renegade Con. There's an interview coming out later where I got to talk to Matt Hyra about some of the inspiration behind this game. But this is the new powered by Axis and Allies game, which is where 4 aquatic factions vie for control of the ocean. So we're taking it out of the historical context and we're putting it into this really fantastic aquatic world with warring factions. And it's a 2v2 battle experience where players choose the teams. There are no preset alliances or starting positions, so every game is going to look entirely different. This is a brand new experience for fans of Axis and Allies. It looks amazing. The art is so cool, and it contains over 100 plastic miniatures, which is great. And they look super neat. I'm just very excited for this. So if you have a friend who maybe isn't necessarily a history buff, or maybe you're not a history buff but you're really excited about strategy games, this is a great option for you. And to kind of dive into the awesome Axis and Allies gameplay, but like in a totally new way. It's very
Or,
new and fresh.
or on the flip side, I will finally be able to play a game with my father-in-law that
Yeah,
we will both be invested
that's
in.
true. That's true. Yeah,
I,
absolutely.
this is how you get
um
people who don't play Axis and Allies into it.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Hyra about this is the kind of game like I'm excited to play with my mom. Like this is the kind of
Oh,
vibe
that's
that
so
she would be
cute.
into. She isn't necessarily like a history buff,
Mhm.
but the art is really cool and the themes are awesome, and it's all true to Axis and Allies gameplay. So
Yeah.
you're still getting that really amazing strategy within it. And like I said, tune in later today at 4 p.m. Pacific time. My interview with Matt Hyra for Battle for the Deep is coming out, is premiering. So make sure to check that out. It's gonna be really cool. I had a lot of fun in that interview, and I think people are gonna like it.
Interviews are
Um,
a lot of fun. You get to bother developers and
I
people
love
and
getting
just
to pick designer brains. It's excellent.
tell me your secrets.
You tell me all your secrets, spill all the beans. I must know.
I
But yeah, I
will.
mean, I heard that there's something else coming out for Axis and Allies, though. Rena, do you know
There
anything about that?
is. I do. The Axis and Allies 1914 Deluxe map is coming out. This map is for use with Axis and Allies 1914, as the name might imply. It is 20% bigger than standard game boards, which means 20% more space for shenanigans. It also includes the revised national production chart. Instead of two charts on the board, one for the tens and another for the ones, we have revised it to be one large standard numerical chart along the edge of the map, which is much more convenient for gameplay. A neoprene map with premium stitched edging. And it comes in a storage box, which the map can easily be rolled into. And like everything else, the pre-orders are open right now at the link in the chat. And that will be on your table March of 2025.
Yes, March 2025. I can't remember if I said Battle for the Deep is also March 2025, so I'll just repeat it.
They're best friends, March
They're
2025.
besties both coming out in March 2025. So you could pre-order them together and you won't have to wait. That's pretty handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys love the deluxe map, so I'm excited that we're making this one. And you know, I love that there's a storage solution too. I think that
Just
that's
built right
great.
in. Yeah.
Right. For the folks that like to play in game stores and stuff, I think having things being portable is really handy. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Well, speaking of historical-ish games, we have a
Ooh.
very exciting announcement for the diplomacy fans out there. And I know you're out there. So without further ado, I'd love to talk about Diplomacy Age of Empire.
Ooh.
So, yeah, in Diplomacy, uh, players are transported to a new time and setting. It's different from classic Diplomacy. They build an empire that spans across Africa, Asia, and Europe, and take power through skillful diplomacy and cunning tactics. This new diplomacy leverages the core game mechanics that made Diplomacy an instant classic, with some added twists for fun. Yeah, so veteran diplomacy players will get to play new powers in China, Japan, and the Netherlands. And new diplomacy players can start with either the original diplomacy or Era of Empire. Learning one game will jumpstart your play in the other. So yeah, each game uses a different map with unique features for a new, challenging experience. And that is available for pre-order now. So click the link in the chat. Thank you, mods, for being on that. You click the link, and that's going to be coming out in September of 2025.
That's so exciting. I love a game where you can jumpstart a different game by playing it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
honestly that's how I felt about like starting with like Vampire the Masquerade and then getting into Werewolf and then getting into et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really handy when there's like a lot of ways to get into different games. It's funny that you mention Vampire, actually.
Is it?
Um,
Yeah.
I think that we actually might have, I don't know, another source book or something coming out for
I
Vampire.
I think so. I might have heard something about the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition RPG in Memoriam sourcebook.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you share with the class what you heard, Dana?
I heard that you can dive into and take part in Kindred history through flashback with expanded Memoriam rules, which is very, very cool. I always love a flashback mechanic. There are new rules tailored for character creation for an older coterie, along with new coterie types, advantages and flaws, age mechanics, and lore sheets. We love lore
We
sheets.
love a lore sheet. In this house, we respect the lore sheets.
Respect a lore sheet. It also introduces new and expanded lore on the 19th and 20th centuries and how your Ancia characters change as they grow older. Learn more about integrating Memoriam rules into your existing stories and how to tie your characters into older events. It also has expanded character creation options for the Ancillae, and this sourcebook available now, rather, you can pre-order it now with the
Yeah.
link in the chat provided by our beautiful, wonderful mods, and it will be releasing in May of 2025.
Heck yeah, that sounds awesome.
I
And
love
yeah.
Vampire.
Yeah, and no vampire table is complete without some accessories. I would
Ooh.
say I'm somebody who loves RPG accessories, so I'm really excited to talk about the Vampire the Masquerade RPG Acquired Taste Limited Dice and Tray Accessory Pack. What?
Limited as in I gotta get it now or else it'll be
You
gone.
got to pre-order now. That's what that means.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a full set of multicolored vampire dice and a matching dice tray designed to elevate your gameplay, and they look incredible, if I do say so myself.
Mhm.
The dice tray that it snaps from front to upright, and it's sized for easy transport is what I'm trying to say. And like I said earlier, that's like really important to me because I love to be able to go over to a friend's house or go to the game
Yeah.
store. So I love being able to just throw stuff in my RPG bag while I'm running out the door. And yeah, it features stunning full color art. This is a limited printing, so once they're gone, they may never be made again. Limited time only. So make sure to pre-order your copy now using the link in the chat, and that is releasing November 2024.
That's next month.
That's like basically now. So
Okay.
like get it now.
Get it now. Okay, so here's my question. I love playing vampire, but I also love playing werewolf, and I
You
don't want
love
to use
playing
my
werewolf?
vampire dice to play
No, that's
werewolf.
that's so valid. But you're in luck, honestly, because we also have the Werewolf the Apocalypse RPG Luna's Fury limited dice
Yes.
and tray accessory pack. You think I was gonna forget about werewolf? Heck
Never.
no, never. Yeah, so this is a full set of multicolored werewolf dice and a matching dice tray. Again, the dice tray snaps from flat to upright. It's sized for easy transport, just like the other one. And it's got all of this stunning full color art. Yeah, I'm really stoked about this, honestly. They also contain a new set of form cards with new art. And this is, again, a limited printing. So once they're gone, they're going to be gone. So get them now.
Now.
And they're very cool. So I'm really excited. So yeah, pre-order it now using the links in the chat. Because this is also releasing in November. So get it now.
Get it now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bit of a sneaky preview
A sneaky
about
preview,
something.
you say.
A sneaky preview. So I don't know if you've heard about Werewolf the Apocalypse RPG Wormtide sourcebook.
Why don't you refresh my memory and maybe give me some of that sneaky preview?
It's so because it's a sneaky preview, we everything is subject to change,
Okay.
obviously. But we did want to, just kind of put out there that it's a new werewolf source book coming next year. It is going to have more information about fighting and winning against your enemies. It's going to present a bunch of new adversaries, including Black Spiral Dancers, Fomori, Banes, Agents of the Weaver and Wild. And it's going to have new character options like lore sheets, gifts, and merits. There are going to be details on human organizations, including Pentex fronts, which I know lots of people love to mess with the human organizations in their werewolf games. And that's all that I can share.
That's all we can share
That's
of
all
the
we can talk
Werewolf
about.
the Apocalypse RPG Wormtide source book. But keep an eye out. We'll be sharing more for sure. But you have that to look forward to. Yeah, I mean that's all well and good. We also have something coming for the Hunter the Reckoning fans out there.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
our hunters.
our hunters out there, you can look forward to the Hunter the Reckoning RPG Apostates Sourcebook. So this has new lore written for players along with lore sheets in Hunter the Reckoning for the first time. Lots of player options with new perks for your edges and new advantages and flaws. Storytelling advice for incorporating apostate characters into any chronicle with a pre-written story to play through as apostates. And chronicle sketches to jumpstart your chronicles. Um, Plus, organizations gain a new spotlight in your chronicles, including the SAD, Project Twilight, and the new Red Eye Community Watch. Players have ties to the orgs, and storytellers may focus games on organizations as adversaries or rivals that may hunt the hunters. And you can pre-order your copy right now using the link in the chat, and that is releasing in June of 2025.
I literally had a character idea and I had to write it down on this sticky note
You had to
before I
write it down
forgot.
literally immediately. I love Hunter the
Yeah.
Reckoning. I really love getting to play a hunter. I think it's such a cool take on the world of darkness. Plus all the art is always really
I
cool and
love it.
I love an
Yes.
orange, you know, like
I
I
love an
think
orange.
I really love the Hunter the Reckoning books. So, but yeah, I mean that about wraps up what we have going on as far as new releases.
Yeah.
But
We've
yeah,
got we've got tons more Renegade Con though.
oh
We've got
yeah.
at least 5 more hours of it.
Yeah.
Uh, next up at 1 p.m. is going to be our Power Rangers Eternal Rangers Kickstarter announcement stream. So we know we've been teasing you guys like with all of these little peeks and previews, and you'll finally have it. We promise you'll get
Yeah.
all of the info.
The waiting will be over. No more just waiting for you Rangers. So make
Join
sure to tune in for that.
And then at 2 p.m. is our Heroescape Designer Roundtable. So you'll be able to join the Heroescape team as they talk about all things Heroescape, drop questions in the chat, see if you can get them to answer them. At 3 p.m., we've got the Hellforge Manticore. I had to make sure I said it correctly. Heroescape How to Paint video with Roguescaper, a fan favorite.
Yes.
And then at 4 p.m., we've got our super great interview that Anais did with Matt Hyra, my favorite. And then at 5 p.m. to finish out the day, we're having a Heroescape playthrough with Derek, aka Vecna.
Yeah, he's one of our community creators. So make sure to tune in at 5 p.m. To support him. But yeah, everybody, I mean that's a lot of Renegade Con. So just to wrap up, our next Renegade Con is going to be in February. So keep an eye out for that, because we're going to have even more stuff to announce in February. And we're always sharing sneak peeks and updates on all of our games in our email newsletters. So if you're not signed up for our newsletters, make sure to sign up now using the link in the chat. They're super fun. They always have cool previews. Make sure you're also following us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do that now. And you can also join our community Discord servers so that you can chat with us directly about all of the games and stuff we have coming out. Rena and I are always in the Discord, so
We
you can
really
always,
are.
yeah, you can always count on us. And so are like lots of other Renegade people, as well as fellow fans. So it's just a great community to be a part of.
So fun.
Yeah, remember to pre-order all of the new games you saw here today. You can head over to our web store now to pre-order. And don't forget to stay tuned for the rest of Renegade Con today. But thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rena, for being so awesome.
Thank you, Anais, for being just so great at everything.
All right. And yeah, I guess see you later, everybody.
We'll see you guys
Bye.
later. Bye.